My name is Celeste. I am 36 years old. I live in a big apartment. The windows are big. The furniture is expensive. Everything looks nice. But my life is not nice. I live with Hugo. Hugo is my boyfriend. Hugo is 38 years old. He is smart. He is successful. He works very hard. He has a company. He says he works for us. He says he works for our future. But I am not sure. Hugo is always busy. He works every day. He works late every night. He comes home at 10 o'clock, sometimes at 11 o'clock, sometimes at midnight. He opens the door. He walks inside. He does not smile. He does not say hello. He looks at his phone. He looks at his computer. His eyes stay on the screen. He does not look at me. I make tea for him. I put it on the table. The tea gets cold. He forgets to drink it. I cook dinner. I cook his favorite food. He comes home. He says, I ate at the office. The food gets cold. I eat alone. Every evening is the same. I sit in the big living room. The sofa is soft. The lights are warm, but the apartment feels empty. The clock makes sounds. Tick-tock, tick-tock. I wait. I always wait. Sometimes I talk to him. I say, how was your day? He says, busy. That is all. He does not ask about my day. He types on his computer. His fingers move fast on the keys. I watch him. He sits next to me, but he feels far away, very far away. I feel invisible. I feel like a shadow. I live in this apartment, but nobody sees me, not even Hugo. I love Hugo. I loved him for 10 years. But now I ask a question. Does he still love me? I do not know the answer. At night, I lie in bed. Hugo sleeps next to me. I look at the ceiling. The room is dark. The room is quiet, too quiet. I think about the past. I remember our first meeting. We laughed a lot. We talked for hours. We held hands. He looked at me. He really looked at me. He said, I love you every day. Now, he just says, I am busy. I close my eyes. I try to sleep, but sleep does not come. The silence is heavy. It fills the room. It fills my heart. I am tired. Not sleepy, tired, soul tired. Tomorrow will be the same. Hugo will wake up early. He will drink coffee. He will leave. He will work all day. He will come home late. He will look at his phone, and I will wait. Again, this is my life now. A beautiful apartment, expensive furniture, big windows, and me, alone, invisible, waiting. I remember the beginning. It was 10 years ago. I was 26. He was 28. We met at a coffee shop. He smiled at me. I smiled back. We talked for 3 hours. We laughed a lot. We did not want to stop. After that, we met every day. We talked about everything. About life. About dreams. About the future. Hugo had a dream. He wanted his own company. He wanted to be his own boss. I listened. I believed in him. I said. He held my hand. He said, "We will do it together. We are a team." I had a job then. I worked at a bank. Hugo worked too, but his job was not his dream, so we made plans. We saved money. We worked hard. We were happy. We were a team. Hugo was different then. He held my hand every day. He said, "I love you," every morning and every night. He looked at me. He listened to me. He cared. We cooked together. We ate together. We watched movies. We were together. Really together. But things changed. It happened slowly. Hugo started his company 3 years ago. At first, it was exciting. He came home. He talked to me. Then the work grew. Hugo worked more. He came home later. He talked less. Now he does not hold my hand. Now he does not say, "I love you." Now he just says, "I am busy." The man I loved is still here, but he feels gone. I miss him. I miss us. Today is a special day. Today is our anniversary. 10 years. 10 years together. I want to do something special. I want to fix us. I want to go back. Back to how we were before. I wake up early. I have a plan. I clean the apartment. I clean every room. I dust the furniture. I wash the floors. Everything must be perfect. Then I go shopping. First, I go to the flower shop. I buy red roses. 12 red roses. They are Hugo's favorite flowers. They smell beautiful. I smile. Tonight will be good. Next, I go to a dress shop. I try on many dresses. I choose a blue dress. It is silk. It is soft. It is expensive. But tonight is important. I buy the dress. Then I go to the market. I buy food for dinner. I buy steak. Hugo loves steak. I buy potatoes. I buy vegetables. I buy everything I need. I go home. I carry all the bags. I feel excited. I feel nervous. But I feel hopeful too. I start to cook. I cook slowly. I cook carefully. The kitchen smells good. The steak smells delicious. I set the table. I use the nice plates. I fold the napkins. I light 2 candles. I put the roses in a vase. I pour 2 glasses of wine. I look at the table. It looks beautiful, just like before, just like 10 years ago. I go to the bedroom. I put on the blue dress. I brush my hair. I put on lipstick. I look in the mirror. I look good. I feel good. It is 6 o'clock. I am ready. My heart beats fast. I feel nervous, but I'm happy. Tonight we will talk. Tonight will be different. 6:30. Hugo is not home yet. That is okay. He works hard. He will come soon. 7 o'clock. Still no Hugo. I look at my phone. No message. I tell myself, he is working. He will come home soon. 7:30. My phone makes a sound. A message from Hugo. I read it. My heart drops. Will be late. Big news on the project. Do not wait for me. I read it again and again. I sit down. I feel heavy. But then I think, no, tonight is important. Tonight is our anniversary. I will wait. He will come home. He will see the table. He will see me. He will remember. I decide to wait. 8 o'clock. Hugo is still not home. The food is ready, but it starts to get cold. I turn off the oven. I leave the food on the plates. I sit at the table. I wait. I look at his empty chair. I look at the roses. I look at the candles. 9 o'clock. I am still alone. The apartment is quiet. Very quiet. I do not eat. I just sit. I wait. 10 o'clock. The candles burn lower. The wax melts. It drips onto the table. I watch it drip, 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 drip. I look at my phone. No message, no call, nothing. 11 o'clock. The apartment is so quiet. I hear the clock on the wall. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Each second feels long. So long. I am still at the table. I am still waiting. The blue dress feels tight now. My feet hurt, but I do not move. Midnight, 12 o'clock. My phone stays silent. He does not call. He does not text. He does not come home. The candles are very low now, almost burned out. The wine in my glass is warm. The food on the plates is cold, hard. I put my head on the table, just for a minute, just to rest. My eyes close. 2 in the morning. I am still at the table. I fell asleep. My head is on my arms. 4 in the morning. I wake up. My neck hurts. My back hurts. I lift my head. I look around. The apartment is dark. The candles burned out. The wax is everywhere. White wax on the table. On the nice tablecloth. The apartment is cold. Very cold. I feel cold inside too. I look at the food. The steak is ruined, hard and brown. The vegetables are dry. I look at the door. Hugo is still not home. He is still not here. I understand now. I understand everything. I waited all night long, and he did not come. He did not choose me. He did not choose us. He chose his work. I sit in the dark. The roses are still on the table, but they look sad now, like me. I feel something break inside me. Something breaks, and I know I cannot do this anymore. I cannot wait anymore. I cannot be invisible anymore. The sun starts to rise. Light comes through the windows. A new day, but I am not the same. Something changed tonight. While I waited, while I sat alone, something inside me changed forever. 6 o'clock in the morning. I hear a sound. The door opens. Hugo walks in. He looks tired, but his eyes are bright. He smiles. A big smile. He looks excited. He sees me at the table. He stops. He says, "Celeste, you are still awake?" Then he laughs. He walks toward me fast. He says, "We did it. We got the money. I told you this would happen. We are going to be rich." He talks fast. His words come out fast. He is so happy, so excited. But he does not see me. Not really. He does not see the blue dress. He does not see the table, the candles, the roses, the ruined food. He does not see my red eyes, my tired face. He only sees his success, his big win. I look at him. I say nothing. I just look. He keeps talking. We can buy a house now. A big house. We can travel. We can do anything. I stand up. My body feels heavy. So heavy. I say nothing. I walk past him. I walk to the bedroom. He stops talking. He says, "Celeste, where are you going?" I do not answer. I go into the bedroom. I find a small bag, an old travel bag. I put it on the bed. I open the closet. I take some clothes, a shirt, pants, a sweater. I fold them. I put them in the bag. I go to the bathroom. I take my toothbrush. I take my soap. I put them in the bag. I look around. What else do I need? I see my book, my favorite book. I take it. I put it in the bag. Hugo comes to the bedroom door. He watches me. He looks confused now. He says, "What are you doing?" I zip the bag closed. I do not look at him. He says louder, "I am talking to you. We should celebrate." "Why are you packing?" I pick up the bag. I look at him now. I look at his face. I say, "I waited." He blinks. He says, "Waited? Waited for what?" I told you not to wait. I take a breath. I say, "I waited all night for our anniversary." His face changes. His mouth opens. His eyes go wide. He says slowly, "Our anniversary." He stops. He says, "Oh no." He looks at the door. At the living room. At the table. He sees it now. The candles, the roses, the food, all ruined. He says, "I forgot." "Celeste, I am so sorry. I forgot. But this is huge. This is everything we worked for." I shake my head. I walk back to the living room. He follows me. He says, "Celeste, please, let me explain. This money means I stop." I turn to him. I say, "You have everything you wanted. Congratulations." My voice sounds quiet, but strong. Stronger than I feel. He reaches for my arm. He says, "Celeste, do not do this. We can talk about this." I move away. I take my apartment key from my pocket. I walk to the table. I put the key down, right next to the roses. The roses are dead now, brown, wilted. I pick up my bag. I walk to the door. Hugo says, "Celeste, wait. Where will you go?" I open the door. I do not look back. I say, "Goodbye, Hugo." I walk out. I close the door behind me. I hear him call my name. Once, twice, but I do not stop. I walk down the hall. My legs shake, but I keep walking. The elevator comes. The doors open. I step inside. The doors close. I am alone in the elevator. I look at my reflection in the metal doors. I see myself. The blue dress, the tired face, the bag in my hand. I waited all night, and now I am done waiting. The elevator goes down, down and down, away from the apartment, away from Hugo, away from my old life. The doors open. I step out. I walk into the morning light. The sun is rising. The air is cool. I take a breath. I do not know where I will go. I do not know what I will do. But I know one thing. I will not be invisible anymore. I walk away. I do not look back. I take a taxi. I tell the driver, a cheap hotel, please. He drives me to a hotel near the highway. The building is old. The paint is dirty. I pay for one night. The man gives me a key, room 12. I walk to the room. I open the door. The room is small, very small. It smells bad, like old smoke, like sadness. There is a chair, nothing else. I close the door. I lock it. I sit on the bed. The bed makes a sound. A sad, tired sound. And then I cry. I cry and cry. I cry for everything. For the 10 years. For the love I lost. For the person I used to be. For the dreams that died. For all the nights I waited alone. I cry until I cannot cry anymore. My eyes hurt. My head hurts. My heart hurts most of all. My whole body aches. I lie down on the bed. I close my eyes. I fall asleep. A deep, dark sleep. The next day, I wake up. I feel empty inside. Like a shell. I sit up. I look around the ugly room. I think. I check my bank account. I look at the number. My stomach drops. I do not have much money. Very little money. I remember. 3 years ago, I left my job. Hugo said, "You do not need to work. I will take care of us. Stay home." Now I have almost nothing. I needed him for money. For everything. I feel scared, really scared. How will I live? How will I pay rent? How will I buy food? I sit on the bed. I think hard. I need a place to live. A cheap place. I need a job. Any job. I use my phone. I search for apartments. Cheap apartments. I call many numbers. Most places are too expensive. But finally, I find one. It is in an old neighborhood. Far from my old apartment. The rent is low. Very low. I can pay for 1 month. Maybe 2. If I am careful, I go to see it. The building is old. The walls are gray. The stairs are broken in some places. But the landlord is kind. Cash. No questions. I pay him. He gives me the key. I walk up to the 3rd floor. I open the door. The apartment is very small. 1 room. 1 tiny bathroom. 1 small window. The room is empty. No furniture. Nothing. The landlord says, "I have an old bed and a table. You want them?" I say, "Yes. Thank you." He brings them. The bed is old, but it is clean. The table has 3 legs. He puts a brick under the 4th corner. He says, "There. Good table." I say, "Thank you." He leaves. I am alone. I look around. The walls are bare. The floor is old wood. There are cracks, but the room is clean. I cleaned it myself. My old apartment was perfect. Big windows. Expensive furniture. Everything was beautiful. This apartment is not beautiful. It is small. It is old. But this apartment is mine. Only mine. Just me. I put my bag on the floor. I sit on the bed. I look at the empty room. I feel alone. So alone. The first days are very hard. I have no job yet. I have no friends. All my friends were Hugo's friends too. They do not call me. I walk in the neighborhood. I see other people. They do not look at me. I am invisible here too, but different. Here, nobody knows me. I buy cheap food, bread, rice, eggs. I eat alone at the small table. The silence is heavy, so heavy. At night, I lie on the bed. I look at the ceiling. I hear sounds. Cars outside. People shouting. A baby crying somewhere. The sounds are loud. They fill the room. I feel lonely, more lonely than before. In the big apartment, I was lonely with Hugo. Here, I am lonely alone, but something is different. In the big apartment, I waited for Hugo. I waited for him to see me, to love me, to come home, to hold me, to talk to me. Here, I do not wait for anyone. It is scary, but it is also something else. Something I do not have a word for yet. I close my eyes. Tomorrow, I will look for a job. Tomorrow, I will start again. Tomorrow, I will try to live, really live. I take a deep breath. I hold it, then I let it out slowly. Tomorrow will come. I will be ready. I need money. I need a job. Any job. I walk around every day. I look for help wanted signs. I ask in shops, in restaurants. Most places say no. My money is almost gone. One morning, I walk past a library. It is an old building. I see a sign on the door, help wanted. I stop. I read it. Help wanted. Library assistant. Put books on shelves. Clean. Low pay. Ask inside. I take a breath. I walk up the steps. I open the heavy door. I go inside. The library is quiet. It smells like old books, like paper, like wood, like home. The smell is nice, warm, safe. I find the main desk. A woman sits there. She is old. She has white hair. She has kind eyes. I say, I saw the sign about the job. She smiles. She says, can you start tomorrow? I blink. I say, yes, yes, I can. She says, good. Be here at 8 o'clock. That is all. No interview, no questions, just yes. I start the next day. The work is simple, very simple. I put books on shelves. I clean tables. I sweep floors. I organize cards. The pay is low, very low, but it is enough. Enough for rent, enough for food, enough to survive. I like the work. I like the quiet. The library is peaceful. People come in, they read, they whisper. Nobody shouts. Nobody rushes. I touch the books. Old books, new books. Books about everything. I read the titles. I smell the pages. The work is simple. It calms my mind. For the first time in months, I feel calm, not happy, not sad. just calm. One day, a man comes in. He carries tools, a big toolbox. He walks to the back of the library. The old woman says to me, "The shelf is broken. He will fix it." I nod. I go back to my work. I put books on shelves. I do not think about the man. An hour later, I take a break. I sit at a small table. I have a book, an old novel. I start to read. The man walks past. He stops. He looks at me. He looks at the book. He says, "That is a good book." I look up. I see him clearly now. He is about 40 years old, maybe older. He has dark hair, some gray hair. He has rough hands, working hands, but his eyes are kind, soft. I say, "Yes, it is good." He smiles a little. He says, "I read it last year. The ending is beautiful." I smile too. "Just a little," I say. "I am only on page 50. He laughs softly. He says, "Sorry, I will not say more." He walks away. I watch him go. I feel something. Something small. Something warm. I do not know what it is. The next week, he comes back. The woman says, "Another shelf broke. Jasper will fix it." Jasper. That is his name. I work. I put books on shelves, but I see him sometimes. He works on the shelf. He measures. He cuts wood. He is careful, slow. He does good work. At lunch, I sit at my table. Jasper walks over. He says, "Can I sit?" I say, "Yes." He sits. He has a sandwich too. We eat. We do not talk, but it is not strange. It is comfortable. After a while, he says, "You work here now?" I say, "Yes." For 2 weeks. He nods. He says, "It is a nice place, quiet." I say, "Yes, I like it." He says, "I come here a lot. I fix things, shelves, tables, doors." The library does not have much money. I do not charge much. I look at him. I say, "That is kind." He shrugs. He says, "I like this place. I like books." We talk more about books, about the library. He tells me about wood, about different trees, about how to make furniture. I listen. His voice is soft, gentle. He does not talk too much. He does not talk too fast. He just talks. He asks about me. I say, "I am starting over." He nods. He says, "Me too." I look at him. He says, "I used to work at a big company, an office job. I wore a suit. I sat at a desk. I made good money." He stops. He looks at his hands. He says, "They fired me 2 years ago. I had nothing." I say, "I am sorry." He shakes his head. He says, "Do not be sorry. It was good for me. Now I do what I love. I make furniture. I work with my hands. I am happy." I look at his face. He is telling the truth. He is happy. He looks at me, really looks at me. He says, "You have tired eyes." I look down. I feel embarrassed, but he says, You are strong. I look up. I do not know what to say. Nobody said that to me before. Not Hugo. Not anyone. After that day, Jasper comes to the library more often. He brings me coffee sometimes. He says, I bought too much. Do you want some? But I know. He bought it for me. One day, he says, do you want to see my workshop? It is close, just 2 streets away. I say, okay. We walk there after my shift. The workshop is small. It smells like wood, like sawdust. It smells clean, good. He shows me the furniture he makes, tables, chairs, shelves. Everything is simple, but beautiful. I touch a table. The wood is smooth, soft. I say, this is beautiful. He smiles. He looks happy. He says, thank you. We talk. We drink tea. He does not ask too many questions. He does not push. He just listens. He just sees me. I feel something again. That warm feeling, it grows. Slowly, very slowly. Jasper does not make promises. He does not say big words. He just brings me coffee. He just talks to me. He just listens. And for the first time in so long, I feel seen. Really seen. 3 months pass. I work at the library. I see Jasper often. My life is simple, but peaceful. One Saturday, I finish work. I walk down the steps. I see a car, a big, expensive car, black and shiny. The door opens. Hugo steps out. My heart stops. I stop walking. Hugo walks to me. He wears a nice suit. He looks rich, successful. He says, Celeste, I found you. I say nothing. He says, I am sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I miss you. Please come back. He points at the car. He says, I have everything now. I can give you everything. A big house, a car. You do not need to work here. Come home. I look at him. He still does not understand. He thinks everything is money. I say, you have everything, but you do not have what I want. He looks confused. He says, what do you want? I will buy it. I say, I want someone who listens. I want someone who remembers me. I want someone who is there. Someone who is there when I wait. He says, Celeste, please do not throw away 10 years. I say, you did that. On our anniversary, you chose work, not me. He says quietly, I am sorry. I say, I forgive you, but I cannot come back. Goodbye, Hugo. I walk away. He does not follow. I hear his car drive away. I do not look back. The next day is Sunday. Jasper and I meet at the park. We sit on a bench. We have sandwiches, simple sandwiches, cheese and bread. We eat. We watch people. We talk. We laugh. I look at Jasper. He is not rich. He does not wear expensive clothes, but he is here. He listens. He sees me. I think about my old life, the big apartment, the expensive things. I was invisible there. I was alone. Now my life is simple. My apartment is small. My job pays little. But my life is real. It is mine, and I am not invisible anymore. Finally, I am seen. I smile. Jasper sees my smile. He smiles too. He says, "What are you thinking?" I say, "I am thinking I am happy." He takes my hand. His hand is warm. He says, "Me too." We sit together. The sun shines. The wind blows. I am here, really here, not waiting, not invisible. Finally, I am home.